Saturday night, and you know what that means. We are here for another edition of Bobbeth TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Mudmule TV is bringing you the NASCAR Cup Series by the Senior Circuit Racing League. Just get rid of that. There we go. Looks like we've got about 9 cars in practice. Chad Beesing was the quickest, 23.671. 23.813 was quickest last lap by Michael Lemanzik. So we'll have to wait and see how they go in qualifying. We've got a bunch of other guys who just jumped off the board. So we've got Joe Saunders here today, Chad Beesinger, Tim Ruark, Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore, Christopher Standridge, Greg Langford, Michael Lemanzik, Barney Sigmund, and Andrew Forrester. Now, there is 5 minutes, well, 4 and a bit minutes of qualifying time to come. So, we'll have to wait and see if any other guys join during the process. Some time starting to come in and now. Warren the Flying Fossil Moore 24.069. That is a good time considering Christopher Standridge 24.377 and Tim Ruark 24.444. Greg Langford 23.932. So there's our first sub 24 time. 23.809 is the time that beat Greg Langford. So Warren the Flying Fossil Moore currently has quick time. Chris Standridge almost got close, 24.023. With Warren heading into the pits. There's Chad Beesinger there on our screens, the 23, that beautiful orange with the Mudmule TV logo all over it. We love your support and wish you well, Chad. All right, who we got here? Barney Sigmund, the Toby Keith Memorial car. RIP. Chad Beesinger is our quick timer. He's got the lap of the beast, 23.666. That is a great time right there. 23.745 for Greg Langford. Warren Moore finishing with 23.809, 24.023. Christopher Standridge. John Saunders with a 24.342. 24.418 for Barney Sigmund on our screens right there. Tim Ruark, 24.444. There's a couple of guys that have not ran a qualifying lap yet. Still got a minute or so to do so, but might be not enough time to get out there. All right, looks like qualifying has finished. We're just going to have the 7 guys qualifying. Chad Beeson, Greg Langford, Warren the Flying Fossil Moore, Christopher Sanders, John Saunders, Barney Sigmund, and Tim Ruark. We're going to get to our 80-lap main event here at Dover International Speedway. We're in Dover for the NASCAR Cup Series, part of the Senior Circuit's week of racing. We're here at the Monster Mile. It's going to be a great race here today. Trying to find a good camera angle. That's definitely not the one. Either is that. Whoa, that's a cool statue there. We're just waiting for Chad Beesinger to hit the grid right now. Greg Langford's there, so we should better get down to him. He wants to show us the pace car and all the other cars are back there. Let's see if we can find a better cam. That'll have to do. All right, Greg Langford and Chad Beesinger on the front row. Chad will have a pole position. Behind them, Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore, Christopher Standridge, then John Saunders and Barney Sigmund, Tim Ruark, as well as Michael Lemanzik. Andrew Forrest is back there. 9 cars, 80 laps. This one's going to be a doozy, folks. Let's settle in for some NASCAR Cup Car racing action. Let me know in the chat who you've got, who you think is going to take out the win here tonight. All right, pace car has left the track. He's traveling down pit lane. There's the Geico restart zone. We are going to get this one started at the line. No, here we go. They are going. Looks like Chad had just checked up a little bit there. Chad and Greg Langford side by side as we come through 1 and 2. All right, racing is underway. We're on our second lap now as they head down that backstretch, and we get a look from our race leader, Greg Langford. He has got Pink Floyd's The Wall album as his bonnet there. That is a great album, and definitely shows our age here at the senior circuit. Langford, Chad Beesinger, Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore, Christopher Standridge, Barney Sigmund. That is the top 5. That group does seem to be pushing away a little bit there. Behind them, Tim Ruark, Michael Lemanzik, Andrew Forrester, and John Saunders. Oh, that beautiful red Mud Mule TV logo there on the front of Christopher Standridge's car, as well as the Senior Circuit logo. Ooh. Andrew Forrester just tapped the wall out of 4 there. Looks like he's okay though. Still got plenty of laps to come, including a fuel stop, pit stop. So the boys got plenty of racing to come. Couple of lucky fans that do have cameras in the crowd. That's something that we like to provide, so it gives us a good visual of what they see. You see a packed house and some amazingly fun racing as they come screaming down that front stretch. Of course, our spotters, if you are spotting, this is the camera view you are using at the moment. All right, 10th of the way in, 8 of 80. Everything is pretty smooth sailing as it is right now. All right, I'm just going to have to leave you with some action on your screens for just one moment. I'll be back in a second. Alright, not a lot has changed. We're now currently on 12 of 80 laps. Greg Langford still our race leader. Chad Biesinger second. Warren Flying Fossil Moore, who we're running along with right now, in third. Christian Sanders behind him. Barney Sigmund, Michael Lemancic, John Saunders. Looks like Tim Ruark and Andrew Forrester both in the pits. Tim's been in there for about a couple of laps now. Andrew just going in. Still plenty of race to come. It is an 80 lap race. We're on lap 13, so if you think it's over at the moment, then yeah, you definitely have not seen a NASCAR race before, because anything can and will happen. Alright, looks like I got distracted by something. I hadn't noticed that Chad Biesinger has gone into the lead. Warren the Flying Fossil Moore second, third Barney Sigmund, Greg Langford dropped back to fourth. If you saw what happened there, definitely let me know. Sorry, it's a one person booth here tonight. Mrs. Mudmule in bed, so a few things in the background I need to tend to as they come up, and yeah, unfortunately missed that lead change. Lap 18 of 80, 45. Tim Ruark still in the pits. Looks like Andrew Forrester, has retired. That car not doing what he wanted, so he's popped it on the truck. That's the 27. He's in 5th place. He's got Greg Langford up there ahead of him leading into the turn. You can see the top 3 of Chad Beesinger, Warren the Flying Fossil, and Barney Sigmund. That's got to give him some hope as we come to the first quarter of this race. Chad's main competitor up there. We can see the yellow and orange cars up from Barney Sigmund, and there Tim Ruach is a lap car. He's out of the pits, back getting his spots back. If he's actually no, he's already ahead of Andrew Forrester, so he's in 8th now. Look, he drops up high for those cars to come by though. Drops up high, jumps up high. Oh my God, Bob. Greg Langford there in 4th place. He's got Michael Lemanzik behind him in 5th. This is obviously no disrespect for the drivers, but I kind of feel like NASCAR racing would be much more fun if you came in about halfway into the race. You've got all of these laps at the start where, you know, and rightfully so, I do the same in my races where you just don't go for anything. You just hold it cool, keep it patient and steady, and just wait till that last quarter of the race to go before you really start giving it to it. And it can be a battle of endurance and wits in terms of who's going to keep it together all that time. You know, you got 40, 60 laps of just lap after lap after lap where you really shouldn't or wouldn't try too much. But we'll have to wait and see. Michael Lemanzik just coming under Barney Sigmund there, but looks at that. No, that is Greg Langford, sorry. Michael Lemanzik behind him. They've done 26 laps. 0 cautions so far. We have lost just one car. That's Andrew Forrester. We lost him around lap 12. Wish him the best of luck. Go to those track cams. See there, Chad Beesinger, just consistency will get you there. As we can see, as he's actually generated, it looked like Warren Moore was Chad's main competitor, and he has gotten away with it. It's about a 1.5 second lead now Chad has over Warren. Lap 30, Chad Beesinger coming out of 4, along with Warren Flying Fossil Moore behind him. Started the 30th of 80 laps. We're racing our way to that halfway mark. Only 20 minutes into the broadcast, and these guys just green flag racing from the get-go. Get up and check out Chad Beesinger's actions. Nice and steady on those revs. Up to about 8,000 on entry, but can drop it all the way back down to about 7 at low, high 6s, and then charges out down that straightaway into 3 and 4. Just Very, very consistent. Had the quickest last lap, 24.842. His quickest lap, 23.879. Just a little slower than the actual quickest lap, 23.710. Tim Ruark. Go back to some of the other cars. We'll come back to Chad a bit later if he's still up there. But the main battle seems to be for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. We're currently looking at fifth now. Sorry, Barney Sigmund. Actually, not sixth because Tim Ruark behind him is a lap or 8 down. So it's battle for third, fourth, and a fifth. Barney Sigmund, Michael Lemanzik fourth, third, Greg Langford. Lap 35 of 80, just 6 to go, 5 to go to the halfway mark. It is still Chad Biesinger, our race leader. Warren the Flying Fossil Moore second. Greg Langford in third. Michael Lemanzik and Barney Sigmund fourth and fifth, rounding out our top 5. The remainder of the 8-car field, 6th, John Saunders. Christopher Sandridge currently in 7th. Tim Ruark 8 laps down, but there's been no cautions, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but he is in 8th place. Okay, looks like Michael Lemanzik getting ready to make a bit of a run up on Greg Langford there. See how we go. I'm gonna say let's see how he goes, but he got past him. I did see it on the track map. There he is, there in front of the 4 of Greg Langford, Barney Sigmund, and Tim Ruark in the background. All right, we are on the last lap of the first half of this race. It has been 40, or 39 and a half, almost 40 green laps. Chad Biesinger is coming through 3 and 4 now. So we will look like getting there. Warren the Flying Fossil Moore, Michael Lemanzik, both have gone into the pit. So I wonder if that fuel window's rapidly approached and they've gone, you know what, let's get in now and get that stuff sorted. Chad Biesinger going in to the pits. Greg Langford, our current race leader. Greg Langford going in to the pits. Let's see if we can work out who our current race leader is now. So we've got a few cars who've already been in the pits. We're on the Flying Fossil Moore, John Saunders, Christopher Standridge. Yeah, so now we've got a couple of extras in the pits. Just trying to work out who our current race leader is so we can get out on the track. Still scored as Chad, I believe. But Warren the Flying Fossil more, possibly the 47. Depends on when he comes past. Sorry, he's not 4, he's the 47. The 88. Oh my gosh, I can't tell. Look, Chad's back out on the track as he scored as our race leader. Is it Greg Langford? Just trying to wait for everyone to get a few laps in so we can work this out. Excuse moi. It is Warren the Flying Fossil, more Chad Beesing a second, John Saunders third, Greg Langford in fourth. Christopher Sanders, Michael Mazik, Barney Sigmund and Tim Ruark rounding out the rest of that field. Alright, just trying to get an order to things here. I believe it's Warren the Flying Fossil first, Chad Beesing a second, John Saunders in at third, Greg Langford in fourth, Christian Standard fifth. Sixth place is going to be Michael Lemanzik, seventh Barney Sigmund, Tim Ruark, only 6 laps down now, so he's managed to get 2 of those back. Has not yet pit though, but did go in around lap 8, 9 I think it was, or maybe 5. Somewhere around there, so he may have a little bit of extra fuel to play with here. After that pit stop, they are widely bunched, widely separated now, no longer as bunched together as they were. We would need a caution at this point to get them all back together. Tim Ruark thinking, yeah, wouldn't mind 6 waiver rounds as well if that happens, but we'll have to wait and see. There's our race leader right there. Warren the Flying Fossil more. He's got the 6th place Michael Lemanzik, the 27 car behind him. There's the 22 of Mr. Christopher Standridge. That car should be going at least 3/10 quicker, considering all the Mudmule TV logos that are present on that vehicle. To go, but you've got to wonder if Chad's able to use the 37 and the 27, Barney Sigmund and Michael Lemanzik, Christopher Standridge, as drafting partners to close that gap between himself and Warren the Flying Fossil more. It looks like they're not really that close to be. I mean, he would be on the draft, but not really getting a full advantage of it. This is the 22 of Christopher Standridge. Just because I called out saying it should be 3/10 quicker doesn't mean you have to get on him with the cameras, guys. Calm down. There's 26 laps to come. It has been 55 green flag laps. We had to pit on, we've had all of the pit stops under green flag conditions. So as you can see on the track map, the guys all spread out a little bit. Technically, really, 2 guys on the lead lap. There's 4 guys that aren't a lap down. That's Warren the Flying Fossil more in the lead. Chad Beesing a second. John Saunders and Greg Langford third and fourth. A lap down is Christopher Standridge in fifth. 2 laps down, Michael Lamanzik and Barney Sigmund in 6th and 7th. Tim Ruak, he's 7 laps down, but he's heading into the pits. So it looks like he's got his 44 lap run pit window available. 38 lap run, sorry, I couldn't count apparently. I'm sure that said 44 a second ago, but whatevs. Just past the 30-minute mark in this broadcast. Lap 57 is about to come to a close. We're going to have 23 laps to go as lap 58 gets underway. Looks like pit strategy was the order of the day. Warren the Flying Fossil Moore. I'm looking at the names and losing it. Went into the pits 3 laps earlier than our race leader Chad Beesinger at the time, and it hasn't really worked out well. He does have about a 3.5, almost 4 second lead on Chad currently with about 22 laps to go. Alright, I'll be back in just one moment, guys. I'm going to drop you down to track cam. Oh. What's the 47 doing? Oh, it looks like the 47 heading into the pits. That 3 second lead is not going to help him now. Alright, we'll just, no, not traffic cam, that's horrible. TV cam, there we go. Alright, I'll be back in just a moment, folks. Alright, so it looks like our new order of things. Chad Beesinger is back in that race lead. Greg Langford second. John Saunders in third. Christopher Standridge fourth. Michael Lamanzik and Barney Sigmund fifth and sixth. Looks like Warren the Flying Fossil Moore still in the pits. Tim Ruak also in the pits. He's 13 laps down. I'd say he has potentially parked it for the night. Excuse me. 14 laps to go. Let's get to a bit of a wider cam so we can see a little bit more of this action. It just really loves it really loves Warren the Flying Fossil Moore's race car. He is currently in 7th place. 8th place, Tim Ruark back out of the pits behind him. I was wrong on the assumption that he had retired from the race. Riding along with Chad Biesinger yet again as he races into 1 and 2. Alright, 10 to go. It's still Chad Biesinger, Greg Langford, John Saunders, Christopher Standridge, Michael Lemanzik. That is the 5. Barney Sigmund, Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore and Tim Ruark still out there to make the 6th, 7th and 8th position. Andrew Forrester in 9th. Alright, we are 8 to go, lap 73 of 80. We are so close to this finish line. Chad can smell it. There's the 88 of John Saunders. He was in 3rd spot. He's had to go in to the pits. 36, 37 lap run. Going to change our top 3 ever so slightly. Christopher Standridge is going to move up into the 3rd spot. John Saunders 4th. Michael Lemanzik now 5th. Barney Sigmund, Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore. Why did I say John Saunders in 4th? That's wrong. Oh my gosh, sorry. Donald, thanks for the like, my friend. I appreciate you coming out and watching. Let us know in the chat if you do, who you're here to see. 5 to go. Chad Biesinger, Greg Langford, Christopher Standridge, Michael Lemanzik, Barney Sigmund is the 5. John Saunders has fallen back to 6 due to his pit stop. Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore, Tim Ruark also. Well, those guys are going in with about 30, 35 laps on their fuel run. So I wonder Christopher Standridge is on 40 laps of fuel. 35 for Chad and Greg. 37 for Michael Lemanzik. Have they run their tanks almost dry? We're about to find out. .22 of Christopher Standridge. Yep, he will not be finishing a 3rd. That 40 lap run was a little short on the finish line. Potentially hoping for a caution somewhere in that run, but we have had 78 green flag laps at the Monster Mile Dover International Speedway. This is the NASCAR Cup Series. The senior circuit is the league name. Oh, a little bit of a wall tap there for Chad Biesinger. Nothing too crazy though. what? Why does it say Chad? Oh no, that's the 88. I thought that was Chad Beesinger. That's John Saunders and Greg Langford. Chad is actually just there behind them. He should come into view briefly for a second. Split second even. Two to go. No white flag lap. One to go. Let's get up to Chad Beesinger. He has earned this moment. Looks like he is just going to have enough fuel. 40 laps seems to be that limit. Chad Beesinger is going to win the Monster Mile here at Dover International Speedway Senior Circuit NASCAR Cup Series. Second last round of this second stage of the season. Excuse me, just Kansas next week and it's all done. We'll crown another champion and move on to stage 3. Just waiting for the rest of some of the other cars to get over that line. This race not quite over. Chad Beesinger had quite the lead. All right, so finishing orders are going to be Chad Beesinger first, Greg Langford second, Michael Lemanzig third, Barney Sigmund fourth, John Saunders finished a fifth, Christopher Standridge sixth, Warren the Flying Fossil Moore seventh, eighth Tim Ruark, and ninth Andrew Forrester. Watching John Saunders. John, mid-pack, did have a pretty good run, I thought, for a while there. I think one of those pits might have hurt him. But, yeah, glad you came out to watch. Thank you. All right, let's jump over to the Discord. All right, let's find active chat. Here we go. Let's see if Greg's going to show up. We do see Chad there, but double check either one. But yeah, that's the second last race. We've got a 45 lapper next week. Then season 3 starts. That's going to be the Darlington 35 lapper, the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro, won't be for points. The Charlotte 100, the Gateway 40, the Charlotte Roval 25. I don't mind the Charlotte Roval. It's not bad. It's not as bad as a road course. Pretty fun to drive. And then the Iowa 60. So that's a bit of a look of what's coming up in May and June. All right, looks like the boys might be a bit busy and we might not have interviews today. So we'll just wrap that one up. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Donald, for coming out and watching John race. Check him out next week at Kansas as well. Oh no, that's something different. Yeah, look, one more race for this week. That's Friday night Australian, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern. That'll be the Australian NASCAR E-Series Friday night trucks, powered by Beat the Dark. I believe we'll also be at Dover at that race. And then back again Sunday night for the Knuckleheads iRacing League's 5 races over 3 nights, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, all right, thank you so much for coming out and watching tonight's edition.